Hey all, Grimrukh here, with a long overdue update on Dark Souls Nightfall. Sorry it's taking so long to complete, but we're working on it consistently and it's genuinely getting closer to release every week. The boring reason for the delay is that we've simply had less time than expected to work on it this year, even after accounting for the predictably asteroid-sized distraction of Elden Ring. Life seems to be becoming increasingly unpredictable, and most of us only have our spare time on nights and weekends to put into the project. But there are also a few more exciting reasons why the full release is taking longer than expected, and I'm here to share some of them with you. Firstly, we received a lot of positive as well as constructive feedback from our demo release in January, and we've been testing out various changes to the core mechanics and design in light of your comments. Huge thanks to everyone who played the demo and shared your thoughts with us. The mod will absolutely be better off for it, and I'm very glad we were able to get the demo out to you on time. Secondly, the scope of Nightfall has expanded somewhat, alongside a seemingly endless chain of new breakthroughs in our modding abilities coming this year. Since the demo release, our team has created tools for editing map collision in Blender, baking new light maps into the environment, designed a new system for AI scripting, procedural scripts for manipulating character animations, a real-time editor for environmental lighting, and half a dozen other new systems that have made our modding lives significantly easier and more fun, and allowed us to bring a level of quality to Nightfall that we were honestly not originally planning to chase. Meowmaritus has also been actively improving DS Anim Studio throughout the whole year, which has been incredibly useful. The team has put so much effort into this project that it was becoming harder and harder to stomach the thought of shipping it with rough edges like outdated light maps, clunky animation transitions, and boring linear quest lines, especially compared to standards recently set by Elden Ring. A year ago, we were ready to just accept all that, but we're now finally in a position to polish those rough edges. Thirdly, we're really trying to up the ante on our boss fights. The original plan for Nightfall was to put most of our efforts into a handful of new major bosses and rely on remixed versions of the game's original bosses to fill in the rest of the roster. But the contrast between these two obvious levels of dev attention has just proved too sharp, especially in a post-Elden Ring world. It's easy to forget in hindsight, but many bosses in Dark Souls 1 literally only have 5 or 6 attack animations, even less than most normal enemies. We're definitely not trying to adopt every page from Elden Ring's boss design playbook, but game design has come a way in 11 years, and we have started focusing on using animation retargeting, event scripting, and other techniques to add more behaviors, more interesting gameplay, and more memorable moments to what we previously might have quietly described as filler boss content. Hopefully, at least some of that sounds like a decent excuse for delaying, but apologies for the long gap between updates as well. Honestly, we've just been putting any free modding time we have into the project itself, rather than videos like these. And so far, we've still been resisting the temptation to show you too much in advance of the release. We're really proud of what we've done, and seeing or reading your spoiler-free reactions to all of it in context after release is honestly, well, hopefully, going to be what makes all of our efforts worth it. I'd love to be able to tell you that the mod will be out this year, but with holiday season just around the corner, that doesn't look likely. But then again, winter is coming for most of the team, and that's a good reason to stay inside and write more Dark Souls code. So we do hope to have a firm beta testing and release plan to share with you later on in the season. Finally, huge thank you to everyone who has supported Meowmaritus or myself on Patreon. It's been incredibly motivating for us to keep modding and for finishing Nightfall, and we're both extremely grateful. We just want you to know that your trust in us will pay off. Thanks for your patience, folks. More to come soon.